those three canteens are from the Top La Defensa, and we found them during our searches, and we discovered on them there are wrote some names. In particular, this one is from Captain Rotlin. Captain Rotlin was the officer that was killed during the first phases of the Battle of Defensa, and maybe the canteen was lost during the same time he was killed. This is the middle is from Lieutenant Caddy. It's wrote on top Caddy. Caddy is this man. Here is leading his platoon in Radicosa area. After this mission, when they were to Anzio, he was killed by a minefield in Anzio. And this one is from Raymond Buchholz. Wrote the Buchholz here. And we found him. He's still alive in Ohio. And he told me the story that they sent up the canteens because the soldiers on top were without waters. So they need water on top, and all the back lines send up the canteens with the water to restore the first line battlefield. And this is a witness of that event.
What's pretty haunting here is that a buddy of my dad's from the 1st Regiment, who was a hard rock miner from Noranda, Clint Joy, that's his name at the very top of the list there. So he was in the 4-1, and Dad spoke about him, but I knew he was killed, but I never knew where and when, and this is the first time I've been able to get any kind of reference to that. So that's just one of those, if you want to call it a benefit of these trips, is just you find out things that you just had no inkling of, and so it's a bit sad for me to actually see his name finally, because it's not, his name is in Burhan's book, but you didn't even know he was part of I assumed that he was part of Dad's regiment, but I didn't know any more than that. So this is wow.
Nel 2008 pure vi siete visti. Che prendeva e parlavate, cioè stava raccontando.
And he told us about the bombing of Venafro.
Gli ha spiegato il racconto del bombardamento di Venafro.
Il 15 marzo.
15 of March.
Americano.
How old was he?
Quanti anni c'avevi allora?
Io ne avevo 13.
13. So he was here when the bombing took place.
Sono 70 anni.
The Americans were bombing.
It was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it happened.
And so
tedesco. Qua i tedeschi un poco pagirano qua.
Here in Venafro, the Germans were not so present because they prefer to stay on the mountain. So he really never felt the war in his meanings, just with the bombing.
Ma qua ne avevano fatto quasi niente, né i tedeschi né gli americani. Venafro era sana.
Venafro was came out from the war safe. Just the bombing was.
Se ne sbagliavano il 15 marzo, non era successo niente.
So was his home bombed?
Ma pure casa vostra stava bombardata?
No, io sembra qua sono stato. Questa mo è la mia, ma prima non c'era la mia.
This area wasn't hit.
No, non c'è successo niente qua.
Here in Venafro, 4 bombs hit the buildings.
Oh, 5-6.
One is the square down the museum. You know the route from coming down?
Yeah.
The square we found is made by the bomb. There were houses in the area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they killed 73 civilians. And the other bombs hit the French camps down the mountain here, and north the American camp on the other side, the most of the bombs.